know I promised to get back to you earlier with some practical ideas that families can use to totally transform their lives. But honestly, I have been caught in a technological hurricane. You don't want to know the details, believe me. However, I am here and I want to share some ways, some really practical ways, maybe you've already found some, that you can transform your family life by building in more time to let kids run, jump, tumble, and play. You know, one family told me that after dinner, I wonder how many people can relate to this, after dinner was an absolute nightmare for them. And it was so much effort to get things cleaned up and get the kids cleaned up and get them into bed and get them to settle down and the whole thing, that they decided that they were going to do something drastically different. And what they decided to do was just get up from the table and get out the door and to the swimming pool. And there they all had fun, blowing off steam and playing away. And when they came back, it took no time at all to get the cleanup done and the kids to bed, and sometimes the kids even went along and helped with the cleanup. They became much more cooperative when their needs to play were met. See, this physical need to play is very real. Psychologists today are very concerned about the growing numbers of children who are reporting anxiety disorders. 6, 7, 8 years old they're starting, and this has not been seen before. And a lot of this is because of the increasing demands on them to get more homework done, learn more, become smarter, be this, do that. And yet, what we're missing are the opportunities for them to get out there and get the physical exercise that they need. And that physical exercise, the body movements themselves, are actually going to help your children to create the brain connections that they need for their intellectual studies. So when you give your kids that time to run, jump, tumble, and play, they actually are building the neural networks that are going to help them with their studies. So what can you do? Maybe you can't just pack them off to a swimming pool. Maybe you need to just go out the door, and if you're in the northern hemisphere, you could be building snowmen or snow forts out there with your kids. Or maybe it's a matter of deciding to run and jump, follow each other, play follow the leader as you go back and forth from the car or from wherever you're picking them up. And give them a chance to have their time to do their thing, and the rest of the family follows along, and then everybody has a chance, and you just build in more time that way. Maybe it's a bike ride, maybe it's a walk, maybe it's down to the park for a little while. Maybe you just change the way you do something to include that. And you know what, kids are so appreciative of that, that they will be more cooperative with you, and you're going to find that you're spending more quality time with your children. And you may find that things that used to take a longer period of time take no time at all, and that is far more pleasurable, like those bedtimes, like the morning times, things like that. So why not share with us right here what you're doing that is helping your children and your family to transform the way you spend your time or the way you've structured your environment so that everybody is happier and more cooperative.